Shooting on target number 2, representing Mexico, Sandra Garza. Shooting for the bronze medal, representing Russia, Tatiana Plotnikova. Set play conducted under the supervision of World Archery International Judge David Catalan.
All right, so there our recurve junior women's bronze medal is set. And here's a look at how they got to where they are standing right now as Tatiana Plotnikova worked her way into this bronze medal match against Sandra Garza from Mexico. And of course, we'll have the gold medal following. So as we get things started, it looks like Plotnikova will start things off in this match. All right, so Vic Wonderly is here with me, and as we get through this match, Vic, the set scoring system is different from the teams that we saw.
Yeah, so here it's to 6 points. First person to 6 points will win. 2 points for if you win the set, 1 point if you tie the set, and 0 points if you lose the set. Set consists of 3 arrows.
Надо, увереннее, просто сделай уверенный выстрел, и все. Молодец.
Good shot by Tatiana. Good answer. All right, so we're sitting right now at 28, but with Garza, she has a 9 asterisk on her middle arrow. Now, Vic, let's get into this really quickly. So, a couple things at play. I think number one is that we've seen Tatiana Plotnikova shoot just a few moments ago in the gold medal match for the recurve junior women's team. There is no place to practice that matches the lighting here. Do you think that that's a bit of an advantage for her from a nerve standpoint, from a sight picture standpoint, those types of things?
I think it is. I think it is a good help and a good advantage to be able to shoot on that stage in that same place that you'll shoot your finals match. If nothing else, I think it helps give you a chance to get those nerves worked out. And because instead of having your very first shot on the field, you've had several warm-up practice shots.
Replay of Sandra Garza. A little bit of a hat tip when she was getting to full draw. How'd that look? That look smooth to you?
Looked reasonably well. You can see also there she's got the flags on her cheeks.
Yeah, full spirit for her country, and it looks like Garza, that 9 asterisk turns into a 10, so 29 points for her. So now 2 sets to 0, and Tatiana Plotnikova will start us off as the archer behind always starts off.
Первый выстрел самый уверенный должна сделать. И все пойдет дальше нормально. Можно. Держать до конца. 6, 5, 4.
9 points.
9 points.
The coach counting down.
Опять зажимаешь. Ну раскройся ты.
It's 20 seconds to shoot 1 arrow. It's not a lot of time.
9 points.
Она боится больше, чем ты. Сдерживай.
That one was a little rough for her. You could kind of see that little hiccup in the middle of everything, but not enough time to let down and start over.
Seemed like a quick shot. So now 2 set points on the line. We're looking all tied up.
just out, 9 points.
Okay, so for Garza, a 10, move her to 4, set points.
And 9,
Close on the line. 10-9 or 9-8 line there. So
So
I
as it
think
sits,
it may have caught, but we'll see what the judges have to say. It's hard to see from back here.
they didn't asterisk it
9-8-9.
for Garza. So 9-8-9 confirmed for Plotnikova.
8-9.
So you can see the pressure of these matches sometimes makes it a little difficult. The scores on that end were a little lower than what I would typically expect to see. I would expect to see these archers averaging. I'm not sure what they did in the qualification round, but I would say a 29, 28, 30, you know, throwing in a 30 here and there is probably what you would expect on an average situation without the pressure of the finals.
So scores confirmed, 26 points apiece. So it's now 1 set point to 3 set points. Replay of Plotnikova.
Соберись, Тань. Заходим.
Oh, you can see the flinch there.
Yep. I think normally she probably would have let that down, but in this round, there's just not time to do that, so you have to kind of force her way through it once it's on its way.
Plotnikova starts us off.
Пять, 4, 3.
10 points.
She tends to hold name a long time, which burns a little bit extra energy in this game.
9.
Уверен. Мушку прям упирай и от нее тащи. Не зажимайся. Держать и тащи.
10.
Молодец.
Solid shot now. Has Plotnikova really found her rhythm?
8.
Mexican archers started out on the middle target and then going to the top. You don't see that too often. Usually archers start at the top and work their way down, or at the bottom and work their way up. There's a 10.
Yep.
There's a 10. That takes that set.
You mentioned it, 30 points.
Can't beat a 30.
That's right.
You can tie it, but you can't beat it. So here we are, tied up, 3-3.
Little adjustment for Garza on their site. So 3 set points apiece. First to 6 wins. If we go 5-5 for some reason,
8-9.
we go to
And it's an
a
8.
tiebreak.
Then we'll go to a shoot-off. So at 3-3, that means we're going to shoot at least 2 more sets before this match is settled. But if they tie at 5-5, then it's 1 arrow closest to the middle.
Now we see Tatiana Plotnikova down there without an arrow, just kind of pulling her bow back. What do you think is going on down there when you see that?
She's probably trying to loosen up and trying to get the feel of things a little bit, and you know, just try to gain that feeling back. A little mental imagery, maybe.
This is our #1 qualifier. She qualified with a 583. Did Tatiana Plotnikova. That one looked a lot smoother than when she had the yips earlier on. Back to live action.
Не от мушки работай. Тянуть. 5, 4.
That's just out.
Looks like an 8.
Could be touching the 9-9.
Ты только по 8 стрелять.
There's 10.
Solid shot.
Давай, наглей, просто наглей, стреляй.
Cheering section erupts.
Не зажимайся ты.
So if she had a 583 in the qualification round, that's just slightly better than a 10-10-9 average.
Different stage though here, isn't it?
It's a lot different shooting in the qualification round. It's a little more relaxed.
Sandra Garza rising to the occasion in this end.
Не зажимайся.
Ooh.
Solid shot.
just caught the edge of the cross, or as we say, the spider.
Spider, right in the middle. So a 9 takes that set. So now set points go 5-3 in favor of the Mexican archer. So Sandra Garza really happy with that shooting.
So if the Mexican archer can at least tie this next set, she will win. However, if the Russian archer wins, then they will force a shoot-off.
Replay. Garza looks good, good form, good follow through, and a big smile.
She's happy with that.
This is for the bronze medal. We're looking at the recurve junior women. It's the #1 qualifier, Tatiana Plotnikova from Russia, versus Sandra Garza, our 14th place qualifier from Mexico. And you've seen Plotnikova earlier on, 20 years old. She's a student from Chita, Russia. Sandra Garza, 17 years old and new to the World Archery stage.
I watched her smiling and laughing there, and they handed her arrows, and all of a sudden her face went blank again, and you can tell she was back to business.
Game face.
Надо, просто надо.
Plotnikova.
Держать от мушки работает.
A lot of shaking in that hold. Down 3 set points to 5.
There's a certain amount of shakes that are going to happen sometimes, whether you want to or not. Usually in the pressure of the finals, sometimes there's a little bit more, so you just kind of have to work your way through it and make the best shot regardless. The sight pin doesn't always hold still right on the middle. Sometimes it bounces around a little bit.
You are not kidding. Wow, quick shot too from Sandra.
Давай, твоя нижняя мишень, любимая.
Plotnikov needing a 10 here to put the pressure on.
There it is.
Plotnikova. Good shot by Tatiana.
That's enough to tie the set.
So there you go.
6-4 in a closely contested match.
So we'll see. That's a 9 asterisks.
Oh,
so
we may have to wait here on the line call. I may have got ahead of us. We may see what the judges verify at the target.
That's a 10, 9, and a 10.
Wow. That sounds like she got it.
It's a 10,
Tatiana
it's a
Plotnikova.
9, it's a 9.
So life still.
Okay.
So it looks like that'll change it to 5-5.
I think so.
Or no, it'll change it
Where
to.
are we at?
Yeah, should
Yeah,
go 5-5.
I think that's 5-5.
So we're gonna
I
go
think
to
we
a
got
shoot-off.
another shoot-off.
That's right.
These shoot-offs, that's about as much pressure as you can get, and the hardest thing you have in one of these competitions. It's one arrow closest to the middle, so you can shoot a 10. We actually saw Mary Ham in the earlier round shot an inside-out 10 that touched the edge of the cross, the edge of the spider, and lost because the other girl completely hit the spider. It was unbelievable. So sometimes you can shoot really well. Sometimes there's a big difference between them.
Interesting what just happened, Vic, as both archers were just aggressively going to the line. I think they wanted to just get those arrows out, but they've got to wait now. They've got to wait behind the line as the new targets are hung. In this particular case, because you have to shoot the middle target, they hang it, vertically and in a normal sight picture as opposed to our team competition. They flipped it over on the side because everyone shoots the middle target. So we're all tied up. Listen, folks, if you're sitting at home right now watching this live stream on your computer, give your little iced tea a stir because we're getting ready to put a bronze medal around one of these archers next. Could be closest to the center if they can both Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? It's closest to the center.
Closest to the center. If it's within 2 millimeters, they'll reshoot it, but that doesn't happen too often. So one of them's going home with bronze, and one of them's going home empty-handed.
17 years old, Sandra Garza from Mexico. Has a clean slate in world archery, as opposed to Tatiana Plotnikova, 20 years old. Has won a couple matches in team competition.
Воля и дух. Соберись, прикусить все, что у тебя есть.
Hearts are pounding here in Yankton. Here we go.
Сразу изначально воткни ее. И от нее работа от левой. Три, два, один, стреляй! Что ты стоишь? А как так дала-то?
Need a 7, essentially a 7 or better, so.
And there it is for the bronze medal. Sandra Garza from Mexico will take it. Boy, that was, you know, I kind of wonder if Plotnikova's coach was a little late on those calls. I mean, he didn't call her down till 3 seconds.
My guess is it's probably something they've rehearsed. They probably had hoped that she would shoot it before that time, but you know, but it was, you know, late in the countdown when they joined in, and it looked like she kind of had to force the shot right at the end to avoid getting caught by the clock. It's a fine line on the end of the clicker sometimes, whether that shot goes in the middle or whether that shot goes in the 6th ring. It's not a technically it's not a big difference between the two.
So Tatiana Plotnikova, you can see the disappointment on her face. She will finish 4th here at the 2018 World Archery Indoor Championships in Yankton, South Dakota at the NFAA Easton Yankton Archery Center. So these archers will clear the way for the next of our competitors. Because coming up here in just a matter of moments is the recurve junior women's gold medal match. So pretty impressive, I think, what we've seen so far. A bit of a heartbreak, as we have definitely seen those, you know, those heartbreak moments. But this woman right here from Mexico was able to pull it off.
Yeah, I guess essentially prevents a Russian sweep of 1st, 2nd, 3rd. We'll see. We'll definitely see a Russian winning a gold and silver medal here coming up, and Mexico took the bronze.
So a great smile from Garza as she takes bronze, and we'll have an opportunity to stand on the podium back in this arena